first time in my life I was learning about feelings. And I was dropping through these feelings, these emotions. And I dropped into this open space. I dropped into this place where it was just open spaciousness. And I was connected to everything. I felt myself to be the sky, the trees. I felt myself to be the stairs, the floor, the earth. I felt myself to be everything. I was so connected to everything. And in this space, there was just love. All I could feel was love, this peace, this love, this open expansiveness. And for me, that was awakening up. And also what happened at that time was that I started to really open my heart for the first time. My heart really opened, and I continued to start opening my heart at that time. Because I wasn't always as open-hearted as I am now. I was born in England, 2 older brothers. Dad was the lovely, cuddly, affectionate one. My mum was the authoritarian. When I was 11, my dad got sick, and I was a really religious child. I loved church, God. I think my brothers thought I was going to be a nun, but I didn't end up doing that. But I loved the whole plump and thing of the church and God and Jesus and all of that stuff. And when I was 11, my dad got really, really sick. And I made a deal with God. How many of you have ever made a deal with God? I made a deal with God. I said, God, if you will save my dad and make him well, I will be the most perfect, goodest girl that I can ever be. And for 12 months, I did a pretty good job. Then my dad actually just died, suddenly. So he got well, and then he died. And I actually happened to be the one that found him. So I came in and I found him dead in the chair. Now what happened to me then was that I actually thought it was my fault. I took on the belief that I hadn't been good enough, that I hadn't got it right, that I hadn't been perfect, that I'd failed. And that I was, Ponska. I was the worst thing ever because I wasn't even good enough for God. And it created a separation. It created a separation from falling. And what happened was that I then went into, and a few short months later we left. We came to Australia. I didn't get to go to the funeral because I wasn't old enough, my mum thought. And so we came to Australia. So I had a whole heap of feelings. I had grief. I had rage. I had anger. I had sadness. And I had no way of knowing how to deal with those feelings. There was no such thing as grief counselling. And you know what I did with them? I locked them up. Solid. I shut them down like that. Shh. And I didn't allow them to be there. And then I became rebellious. I started drinking. I attracted my ex-husband, and then I ran away from home, and I was in domestic violence for 18 years. And I mean the full domestic violence. You know, I was out for punishment. I hadn't got it right. And my ex-husband, he had his own set of problems, and so it was sexual abuse, emotional abuse, physical abuse, mental abuse. It was the whole thing. So for me, what happened after a few years, after 18 years I left him, I finally got the courage to walk out and I left him. I began a journey of getting to know me. I began a journey of healing and getting to know me. And in that workshop that I ended up doing, I've been 10 years on that path of getting to know me. And it wasn't until that day when I fully woke up that I was able to start really feeling all the feelings that I had shut down. And so I had created a wall around me, you know? I'd created this wall, and nobody could get really in that wall because I wasn't allowing people in my wall. And I used my wall for excuses. You know, there was reasons that I couldn't do this and I couldn't do that, and I made excuses, and I had a lot of fear in my life. And so that was the way that I operated, and smashing that wall down, getting to the heart, really allowing myself to open, really allowing myself to love people and have them love me back, to ask for help, to put myself out there, to be vulnerable. It wasn't easy to let down those walls. You know, I didn't just wake up and then I was, hey, you know, all airy-fairy, flossy. It wasn't like that. I woke up, but I still had walls that I had to break down. But I had to learn a new way of being. I had to learn a new way of being myself in the world. And I had to smash those walls down. And sometimes that was painful. Sometimes that was really painful because I had to be vulnerable. You know, and I wasn't used to being vulnerable. And I had to really connect with people. And sometimes I did things where I was terrified, scared to death of doing something, you know? But this heart that we have, it's an amazing instrument. The heart is amazing. It's not just this thing that we have that pumps blood around the body. You know, did you know that 3 weeks after conception, our heart is already formed? Before our legs, before our arms, before everything, we have a heart. 3 weeks after conception. How many mums are there here in the audience? How many mums? Yeah, beautiful. And even dads too, nowadays. But do you remember, for me, it's 35 years ago when I was pregnant, and they put that licky stuff on, and then they put that thing on, and you, for the first time, you hear your baby's heartbeat. You know that whoosh, 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 whoosh. For me, that was incredible. It was amazing. I was just like, man, there's a human being in there. It really brought it home. And you know, the heart is the home of your body. It's in the middle of your chest. It's right here. It's the center of everything for you. It's the place where inspiration can come through. For me, it feels like it's the portal. It's the portal between my spirit being able to come through and be creative and create my life in a way where my heart is leading me and not my head. You know, the voice of the heart when I first started to work with it and opening was very quiet. It was like a whisper. You know, it was just that whisper. Whereas my ego was pretty loud. That was like a 2-year-old child, you know, having a tantrum. Like, I want this, I want that. That was the 2-year-old me. And my mind, which, you know, the mind's job is to keep us safe. That's what the mind's job is all about. It's to keep us safe. And my mind was always about fear, doubt, and judgment. So I learned to recognise and learn to listen to the heart a lot more. And I learned to not only open when there were times when I wanted to shut down, there were times when I wanted to run, there were times when I wanted to walk away. Many times. And there are still times today when that happens. Well, what I've learned to do now is to open even wider and even deeper. to open and to question what's actually going on for me right now. Is this something from the past that's showing up in my face that's to do with my abuse? Am I safe right now? There's a whole load of questions that I will ask myself that will make me and help me to keep my heart open in the moment that I want to shut it down, in the moment that I want to close it. And so I've learned to really get over my fear, to continue to open and to follow my heart and to work with my heart and my inner being and my spirit and go with the flow of that, which is a hell of a lot easier. You know, when you're in the flow, it's a hell of a lot easier, actually, than it is when I'm trying to control and I'm trying to plan with my mind. So, what have I learned about continually opening my heart? I've learned that it's not always easy. I've learned if I stick with it, if I continue to open, if I'm really truthful with myself and I'm really authentic with myself, I've learned that miracles happen, that things that I never expected happen, that people show up in my life just at that time when I've asked for something and bang, they walk in with it. Or they hand it to me, or someone rings me and says, this is here. I've learned that for me, living this way and continuing to open my heart and trust myself, I've really learned to trust myself above others, to trust myself above what they think I should do or what anybody thinks about my life or about me. I've learned to trust me completely. I've learned to trust my decisions. I've learned to gauge when something will work for me and when it won't. I've learned to tune in to this body, to this heart, to this voice, and listen to it in a way that I wouldn't have always in the past. And when I do that, I have this peace. So I've learned to live with a lot more peace in my life and a lot more solidness, that there's a core, the silent core, that is always here. And I don't always have to speak loudly. I don't always have to be heard. Only here, in my own heart. Only here, within myself. My name's Prema Joy. Thank you.